welcome to another episode of Real Talk with the Guys. Today we ain't gonna do sports. We were talking mental health and brothership. We had a discussion prior to this. We grown as men. I don't really do friends. I feel like I can speak for myself as well as the rest of the guys. We ain't really doing friends. Y'all my brothers. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be mental health and brothership. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
We got two new faces today. We got Don Duce and we got Juice, two of my brothers. Man, tell people a little bit about y'all too.
Go ahead, Zeus.
So what?
You know what?
Oh, I'm saying you go ahead.
Uh,
Okay. This your boy Don Duce checking in. Today we gonna be going over mental health, brothership. I ain't really that much into sports like that, but also too, I'm one of the editors that's in the background. That's here to make this magic happen for y'all. Go ahead, Juice.
What's good, Josh? Chilling.
you gotta forgive Juice. He in Vegas right now. He on
We're
vacation.
talking
You know,
guys.
AK.
I ain't making the sports myself either, but hell yeah, we definitely here to talk culture. Give y'all some good advice and shit.
All right, so let's tap into mental health and shit. Like, what are you say? What? You say what?
No, my bad. I was starting to
Are
read.
you good? Like as far as like mental health, so what are like some of the ways you like get like triggered or whatnot, like stressors, should we say? Like what would you say are a couple of the stressors they get you as far as it could be like work or home or just usually just everyday life shit?
Yeah,
Uh,
Juice. Go ahead, Juice.
yeah. Usually for me, it's like when people don't. It's like when I'm trying to tell somebody something clear or like prove my point like as clear as day, logical as possible, and they just go the opposite way with it or don't understand what I'm talking about. It's like is that's like with communication, I guess. Yeah, because that does like irritate me. Is like if I'm telling you something clear as day or trying my best to communicate and you know you taking it the opposite way or not taking it the way I want you to take it. It kind of it irritates me. I ain't gonna lie. It's just frustrating because I know I'm talking clear. It's like being clear and direct, and it's like
Yeah,
a whole bunch of bullshit in the way.
miscommunication that is a big key as far as between any successful relationship, partnership, anything. Got to be communication. So I get that completely. What about you, Lisa?
So as far as stresses go, I want to say, damn, where should we start? Life itself, shit, just being grown with responsibilities and got to carry all this weight on your shoulders. But one key point that I can probably touch on, like I gotta say with Juice and whatnot, like definitely miscommunication. That's up there. I definitely understand what bro was talking about too. Like as far as like pretty much, like you meaning like one thing, you communicating what you're saying, but people taking, I guess, their own feelings into things or whatnot, making what you're saying into something completely different. Oh, it's a call. You're gonna
Right.
have to wait.
But
Um,
it's hard to make another person see things from your point of view. And a lot of people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond. They listen to you because they want to respond. So you might be saying something and you just say one word that triggers them. And it's like they ain't heard nothing else besides that one word you said. You know what I mean? So, but you said like stresses in life and what all it comes with.
yeah,
You say, let's dive into that. Like, what
okay.
what are some of those stress?
So as far as it's just the epitome, you know what I'm saying, of us, shit, you a man, I'm a man, bro a man, we all men, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's already that
man,
stigma
goddamn, motherfucker.
that it's that stigma, you know what I'm saying, that shit, we gotta be able to, stand on our own 2 feet, but that shit also comes with a huge burden, you know what I'm saying? A huge burden and shit on our shoulders. So that means, shit, if we not doing what we supposed to do as far as like us just being men, everything relies on us. So
Do you think that the society and the culture that we live in today plays a part in that?
hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, for sure, for sure. Definitely. Definitely.
Like
Shit, I
it's like
mean,
not
from
only
us
that,
being,
it's like not only being just men, we all fathers. You know what I'm saying? That's another multiplier of man having, just that responsibility of being the head of your household, and also leading your wife or leading your significant other and leading your kids, like plus taking care of them too. It's like it's a lot. It's a lot for men, And like I said, I want to salute all the fathers that's out there that's doing it, at least trying. Shit, everybody ain't perfect. Everybody ain't in perfect situations to be with their kids and stuff. But if you trying shit, that's you a good man in my book. Shit.
I mean,
yeah.
and the situation is not ideal, you know what I mean? So that definitely is stressful, everyday life, work included, work is
Hmm.
definitely one of
Shit,
those
I'm stressed right
stressors
now.
that can tap into your mental.
Uh-huh.
Shit, I'm stressed the fuck out right now. Shit. I'm at work right now as we speak. They told me to get here at 10. I come up here to the window. They tell me they ain't gonna be able to unload me until 1 o'clock. Now that's cutting into my time with my daughter and everything.
And they
Mhm.
And
don't give no
we
fuck about that.
and, they, and everything fall down on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's no excuses. Like, it's no excuses. We gotta have an answer.
Mhm.
That's
We
true.
got to have an answer that I don't know shit. What we gonna do? It ain't gonna cut it. We got to figure that shit out
And execute it, or and actually do it.
and actually do it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
like with the stressors and dealing with mental health, like what are some of the ways that you cope? Like, what are some of the ways to that you what are some of the things you do in order to get your mental back where you need it to be so you can function the way you need to function?
So I'm 34, and I want to say I used to deal with my stress in an unhealthy ass way, like get fucked up drunk. No problems, no worries or nothing after I hit that bottle. Hey, whatever was stressing me out, that shit don't exist no more. But as I done got older and I done had my child, I'm trying to find healthy ways of actually dealing with, you know, as trying to find healthy ways of actually dealing with stress. So one of the things that I had to teach myself as far as even dealing with that, because at first it'd be like, damn, this bullshit happened. I need to drink, I need to smoke. But I shifted my mindset from doing that to more so dissecting the situation and just understanding that this is just a moment and it's gonna pass. So in those times that I'm going through that, I tend to what I do is I take a self-care day for myself. Like no outside noise, no nothing, just me, myself. That way I can block out all the noise on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And just me, myself, my thoughts, probably get a nice little scenery or something. Maybe go to like a forest preserve or something, just really get in tune with nature. And that tends to work for me. One another thing I do is I end up riding my bike, but I've been thinking about selling my bike. I've been thinking about selling it because yeah, um it helped me get my mind off of just my regular like problems and everything. But after last weekend, I got a little crazy on got a little crazy. Ended up pushing it probably about to 130, and I don't think
That's
that's
healthy.
that I don't think that's a healthy thing to be doing as far as for your mental health, because we're gonna have some physical problems from that. It's gonna go from mental to physical. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
be
the deal
careful.
to me.
Just be careful on that bike. I know. So yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I know you know. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
What about you? D? What are some things you do to cope and get your
I mean, as far as on like a day to day basis, like I tell my wife and stuff like, man, when I get home from work, like just give me like an hour, 45 minutes just to decompress from the day, just chill, watch TV, play the game, or smoke right quick. Just something just to de-stress from the stresses at work. Now just to deal with the family at home. You know what I'm saying? But man, I like going to the movie. I go to the movies by myself. Shit, I can go out to eat by myself, go to the bar. Yeah, like it's that quiet time, bro. For me, it's like it give you that time to not only just de-stress, but it give you that time to think. Like even if I'm having a hard time with bills or figuring out how to discipline my kids, something like that, I could go somewhere. Even if it's not quite like a bar, just go somewhere by myself and in my own thoughts and just process everything. Because sometimes that's what causes the stress is that stuff keeps happening. You don't have time to process or how to figure it out or how
Mhm.
to, deal with the situations. But
Right.
some situations just keep piling on, piling on, piling on, and people just, they get overwhelmed. Besides taking
Mhm.
time or just to be quiet, you don't got to hear nobody in your ear like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. It's just you like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, I feel like that quiet time, that peace, men
Yeah,
definitely need that.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. What would you
Yeah.
say for you, bro? Diego?
I would say me, like, of course, my smoking. Like I smoke a blunt, try to zone out, play the game, try to find something to watch. But me, I go for a drive. Or as y'all know, I recently discovered fishing. That's been my go-to. Like I feel like that did a lot for me mentally over these little couple months when I start in like May, June, whatever the hell.
Yeah,
But y'all know I was
Mhm.
going fishing like every weekend, like
yeah, I could tell, bro. You picked
every
it up
Saturday. You say what?
full forward. I said I could tell when you started fishing and whatnot, like yo, I ain't gonna say your demeanor changed and shit or whatnot, but I could really see that it was doing more positive, you know what I'm saying, things for you in the long run. Like I could just tell and shit, like as far as the energy you was just giving from, even talking about it.
I
I ain't known you to really be too excited for shit outside of sports.
Shit, you gotta think about it though. When you out there and you fishing, like you probably got some people with you, you know what I mean? But it's chill. You not thinking about nothing but what you doing. So like Juice said, all of that shit, you know what I mean? That people let build up and then just explode. Like you taking time to decompress and think about it. But in fishing, it ain't even there. Like work ain't there, nothing at the crib. It's just you in that moment, in that time, in that peace.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
That's
what
how I
I'm
am on
saying?
the bike.
So yeah, fishing. That's my thing. You know what I mean? But so as far as like also dealing with mental health, like it's important for the guys or as men to check in on one another. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That go into the brothership aspect. You know what I mean? It's more brothers than friends, for real. So, you know what I mean? I feel like that's really important, if everybody always, I'm not gonna say everybody always busy, but I understand that people got their own life. We grown. You got families, you got priorities. But it's important to check in. And I love my guys that do just hit me up out the blue, or I hit them up out the blue. I don't want nothing, talk to you for about 5, 5 to 10 minutes, check in, how mom, how the family, woo, woo, woo. And then you go back to your life. Like that make me feel good. You know what I mean? Paul. Because it's like it ain't the fact that a person care, you know what I mean? Because you never know what going through. You never know what somebody going through at that time. They might feel like they all alone. And then in that moment, you might get that call or that text. Bro, hey, it's love, bro. I'm checking in on you, woo, woo, making sure you good. That shit goes a long way. What y'all feel? How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I feel the same way, bro. Like you definitely just want to have have that. Like people say, it takes a village to raise a kid. Like man, it's good to have a village as a man too. Like you want to feel like people support you and people not like super judgmental towards you. Like you could tell, I could call one of y'all and be like, man, I did some dumb shit. I spent this and woo woo. Woo. We might joke and laugh about it, woo, but at the end of the day, it ain't. If I talk to somebody else about it, like, oh, you fucked up and you tweaking and all, all this other shit make me feel bad. It's like, I get it's that freedom to tell somebody something like, yeah, I know I tweak, but it's like, yeah, ain't end of the world or it ain't super, stressful with nothing like that. But yeah, like stuff like that, man. Having people to have your back and people to check you in on and just talk to sometime about whatever, nothing stressing about nothing. Like that's definitely important for real.
Yeah, that's real important too, as far as like what Juice was just saying. Like I agree with that too. And then my stance is the same on that as well. Because it's like I was saying earlier, like you be going through so much, you know what I'm saying? Like you need an outlet, some form of an outlet. And like Diego was saying, when you going through that shit or whatnot, that shit tends to build up. You have nowhere to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like shed to release it. And sometimes, when you got shit building up like that or whatnot, it ends up exploding in the end. That shit ain't good for nobody. So just having those friends, those friends, your brothers around you, it help you get through them dark times, for sure. Like even if you did fuck up and you did some, trust me, I know shit, but
But
even if you fucked,
that come with having real people in your corner though, because
Hmm.
you need people that you can confide in that's gonna keep it 100 with you. Y'all know I don't like no yes men around me. You got to keep it a buck with me. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. The same, I'm gonna tell you wrong, but I'm still riding with you. I'm gonna
All
tell you
right,
you
all right.
wrong. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong and how to play this shit the next time. You know what I mean? That's how we gonna rock. But a motherfucker that'll go behind your back and get to telling other people, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
outside of the guys, like it's funny or whatever the case may be, and it's just like that's like pillow talking, bro. You pillow talking with
real
the
talk,
guys. I'm hollering at you. I brought this to
Right.
you. If I wanted bro to know, I would have confided in him like I did with you, and we would have had that conversation. But they go with shit, trust and loyalty, and within the circle, within your guys, your brother.
yeah, for
Hmm.
sure.
That's how
And
the
actually, yeah, and actually knowing who to confide in. That
Hmm.
like certain,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because I'm just coming to a point to learning too, like as far as like with certain friends or even certain people that you consider brothers or whatnot, you got to deal with people in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? Certain areas or whatnot. Because not all the time, well, not all the time. So, I mean, not all the time. People have the best advice. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times too, people might still be your homies or whatnot, but it's just being aware of who they are. And as far as like once you become aware like who they are, you know who to really like confide in. You know what I'm saying? Like who to talk to about what, because you do have some people that feel like, oh, bro told me this, I'm gonna run back and tell somebody else just what bro told me, just to spark up like conversation and shit. Use you as a centerpiece for like conversation and shit, and that shit ain't cool.
yeah, that's a fact. Like I said, that goes with that trust and that loyalty. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Within friendships, but you can't be too loyal. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people play it against you. You just gotta understand like who and what you dealing with. You know what I mean?
So, real talk.
Real talk. Real talk.
Sir.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll conclude today's episode. Real talk with the guys. We just touched in on a little mental health, little brothership. You know what I mean?
Uh,
If anybody feeling some type of way or even got something to say, not negatively, you know what I mean? Go ahead, put it in the comments. This is an ongoing topic. You know what I mean? We love the feedback. We want the feedback. And shit, hopefully we can have some more guest speakers on the show. Make this like a round table. You know what I mean? Make it a
uh,
open group discussion. Men, women, everybody is welcome. You know, it's all
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
y'all
Everybody's
part of
got
the conversation too.
You say what?
I was telling the viewers, y'all part of the conversation too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We don't
So,
want to make it seem like we just up here talking and y'all listening. We want y'all to dabble. We want y'all to hit in the comments. Like the other day, I had when the Packers beat the Commanders, one of the guys he was in the comments and whatnot, and I was gonna put him on the show.
hell yeah.
On the show, I told him like, bro, hey, I need like how much? I need like an hour. How long you gonna be up? He like, I'm good. I'm up. Ooh, like an hour or two. I bet. One, man, it was probably like 30 minutes. He man, bro, I'm in the bed, bro. I'm in the bed. Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, I'm trying. I'm trying to do what I can do when I can do it. So we want everybody to be a part of it, men, women alike, no discrimination. So yeah, real talk with the guy.
real talk with the guys.
Talk with the guys, you know it.